There's an old saying that you should always close your curtains at night.
You're about to listen to one of the creepiest recordings on the internet.
This is the reason why you have to lock your doors every night.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? Welcome to another episode of Samacabra. I don't know what I just stumbled upon on TikTok, but you gotta see this. Like and subscribe if you like the content. Leave a comment below. I'd love you forever. Let's get into it.
There's an old saying that you should always close your curtains at night because you can allow what's outside to be invited in. Now, this is a story from Eastern Tennessee. There was this man named Levi, and Levi said he lived in this house that was right next to the woods. And he said this particular night, he went to bed as usual, and he started having this dream. And he said in this dream, there was this man staring at him from his bedroom window. Said he had pale white skin, no nose, no mouth, and these solid black eyes. And on top of his head, he had a couple scraggly pieces of hair. And he said he was just looking at him in this dream. And then all of a sudden, he said he heard a voice say, "Come outside." And he wakes up, and he said right away he looked out his window, and sure enough, that man was standing outside of his window. And then he just took off into the woods. So he was kind of a little freaked out by that, but was like, maybe I was just dreaming that still, and it was all in my head. Until he looks at the window and he sees what looks like a face print. A couple weeks later, David said, he goes to sleep, and this time he has a dream. He's in his house and he's walking into his kitchen. And he said when he looked out his back kitchen door, he could see this same man, creature, whatever you want to call it, outside on his back porch.
There?
And he said this thing was sort of bent over and it was pacing back and forth, just moving its shoulders. He said it then stopped at the door window and it turned and it looked at him.
Freaked out, man.
And it said, "Come outside."
Don't.
And he said he woke up and he was like, man, that dream just felt like really real. So he walks out to his back porch and he looks, there's no one out there. But when he looks down at the snow on the porch, he can see what look like footprints. So David didn't know, Levi didn't know what to make of this. And he, at the time, just thought, it was just bad nightmares he was having. So a couple weeks later after this, he goes to bed again one night. And he says he has this dream. And in this dream, once again, he's in his bedroom, laying in his bed. And he says he hears the front door open. And he said all of a sudden he heard footsteps kind of, moving through the living room, down the hallway. And then his door opens. And he said in walks this white creature, bent over, with its shoulders kind of moving as it walked. And he said it came right over to his bed. And it sat on his stomach. And he said the whole time he just couldn't move. He said this thing just kind of was like smiling at him as it's sitting on top of him. And he said it turned and it looked at him and it said, "I said, come outside." And then he said he lifted up his arm and it scratched him right on his side. He wakes up and it was like, that seemed all too real. He lifts up his shirt and in the place where he got scratched in the dream, he had this huge scratch. And so the next day he goes to his neighbor's house and he's like, "Hey, this is going to sound weird, but have you ever seen sort of like a weird guy that's been, looking in windows or anything?" And he said his neighbor just turned and had this shocking look on his face. And he was like, "You mean the pale white guy with, a couple strands of hair and the solid black eyes?" And he's like, "Yeah, how did you know?" And he goes, "When I first moved here, I used to leave my curtains open and I would see him peeking in my window and he would tell me to come outside." And he said, so after that, I started keeping my curtains closed at night. And so Levi said after he had heard that, he never slept at night without the curtains closed in his bed.
I mean, what do we think of that? I mean, that's wild. If you had a pale man staring at you and he came in and sat on you, that's something else.
You're about to listen to one of the creepiest recordings on the internet. In 2013, a woman who lived alone kept waking up to these loud clicking sounds in her bedroom, so she went out and got an audio recorder and started recording her sleep. For the first month, she doesn't pick up anything other than normal sleeping sounds. And then one morning she gets up and listens to it and she hears herself sleep talking and someone talks back.
She's recording it? Yo.
After she uploaded it to the internet, experts confirmed that it was authentic and that she could not have made that voice.
Who's
This
the
is
expert?
the reason why you have to lock your doors every night. This very strange woman was checking to see if the doors were unlocked at
Yeah.
3 in the morning,
She's got a
looking
knife?
for these people. She wasn't able to get inside. This
My name is Scott Pendleton. Behind the lens is my fiance, Jen Fox.
This video resurfaced after being kept hidden for almost 20 years.
Yes, it is. Go talk,
This
please.
thing has come out of the sky. You're right.
What? I looked away for a second.
Okay. That just cracked.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Got a little, it just freaked my shit out. Are you okay?
Yeah, I am. I'm fine.
I just
Well,
shit
you wanted to
myself.
rock for-
How are you?
Let's go get help now. Come on, let's go. Please.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's a meteorite.
Jen.
What?
Let's read another true and scary story. This one is
Fuck
called
it, let's
Mrs.
fuck it.
Longneck.
Let's do another
This
story.
is a story I've kept between myself and the others involved. Everyone I've ever told has made me feel like I'm crazy, but I'll never forget what truly happened that night. Back when I was 9, I used to live at my grandma's house. It's a very spacious house, but it's also very old, built sometime in the 1940s. At night, it always gave me an eerie vibe, but I just thought it was my mind playing tricks on me, until the day I finally proved myself wrong. So my cousin, my uncle, and I were having our Saturday movie night. That night, we decided to watch Coraline. It's been my favorite since I was a child.
Coraline's
My
alright.
cousin and I were talking about the movie while my
kid's
uncle
movie.
went to the kitchen to get us ice cream. Out of nowhere, everything went dead silent. The TV turned off along with the lights. Keep in mind, they had just gotten the electricity rewired, so it was brand new. The TV wasn't old either, so we were completely confused. There was nothing that could have caused this, so we were frightened, to say the least. My cousin looked at me and said, "Did you hear that?" My eyes immediately widened, and I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. I heard clicking, like the sound someone makes when they crack their knuckles. As I was listening to the noise, I heard my uncle scream from the kitchen, "What the F?" It startled us because of how loud it was, and my uncle doesn't get scared easily. That scream sounded like pure terror. I ran into the kitchen, my cousin following behind me. I saw my uncle on the floor, panicking. I asked him what was wrong, and he said, "There's someone in the house." I immediately freaked out and began sobbing. He rushed us downstairs since we figured this person was upstairs and we needed to turn the power back on. Little did he know this mistake would traumatize us forever. He went to the opposite side of the basement trying to find a light source. Then that's when it started, the clicking. It gives me an icky feeling just thinking about it.
popping.
My cousin and I looked at each other and squeezed each other's hands. There was no sign of my uncle yet, so we didn't know what was making the sound. Mind you, we had no animals and obviously nothing was on. That's when the mumbling started. It sounded like disembodied chanting. I began crying out of fear and stress. My uncle came running towards us, yelling, "Get upstairs now, go, go, go." He ran up first, then my cousin, then me. I was wearing long flared sweatpants and slightly tripped on them, which made me fall behind a bit. That's when I heard it. It sounded like someone on all fours climbing up the stairs. I turned my neck, and that's when I saw her. Mrs. Longneck. She was
Mrs.
freakishly pale,
Longneck?
almost blue. She had long, greasy black hair, and her nails were yellow and
And a
dirty.
knife in her mouth.
Her skin looked like it was decomposing. But most importantly, her neck was what stuck with me the most. It was at least 1.5 feet long. I stumbled up the stairs, and that's when I felt it, an agonizing
long
sharp
neck, too.
pain in my ankle. I looked back and saw her nail digging into my skin. I was frozen and didn't know what to do. Luckily, my uncle snatched me up the stairs and slammed the basement door shut. We ended up calling the cops and having them search the house. No one, no tracks, no signs of forced entry, just my blood splattered on the staircase. To this day, I refuse to go into that house. I still have sleep paralysis dreams of her. I live in fear, wondering if she'll ever come back. It's almost like this thing lured you guys into the basement because it knew that if it turned off the lights in the TV, y'all would come down into the basement and like check the electricity, which is horrifying. And I'm really glad that you did not go back into that house after that experience, and I don't blame you for still having sleep paralysis dreams about Mrs. Longneck. Thank you so much for sending this one in, and I'm so sorry that you feel like she still haunts you and is still in your sleep.
They gotta do spear finger. I don't know what we think about these. We've had 2 stories so far, and they've kind of given me the goosers. So I kind of like.
If you're traveling the most dangerous road in America, aka I-40, don't fall for this one simple trick or you might disappear forever, especially if you're a single woman traveling alone. This is exactly what they want you to fall for and how they will capture you. If you did not know it, Interstate 40 is home to up to 500 active serial killers.
What
I'm
the
going to show
fuck?
you what they're going to do to try to trick you. They're going to find your vehicle at a gas station or a rest stop, and they're going to pull the windshield wiper up like that right there. Sometimes they'll do both sides, but
yeah, I've
mostly they're just
seen
going to do
this.
that driver's side. And then they're going to hide somewhere like this right over here in those woods in the darkness. Now, when you get back into your vehicle from wherever you were coming from, like a gas station or a rest stop, a lot of people actually will not notice that windshield wiper. And you're going to sit down right here in your driver's seat, and before you take off, you're going to notice that windshield wiper's there. Now, they are already watching you. They know you're alone. Okay, that's why they chose your windshield wiper when you pulled
Freaky,
into the
man.
parking lot.
This is legit.
What
This is like real.
doing is it's getting you seated in your vehicle with your keys in here, because they want to take your vehicle, not theirs.
Scary Facts You Didn't Know, Part 25. In 1880, Sunanda Kumariratana, Queen of Thailand, drowned when her royal boat capsized on the way to the palace during the royal barge accident of 1880. The most chilling part wasn't the accident, it was what followed. Dozens of servants and onlookers were present and could have saved her, but they didn't. At the time, strict royal laws forbade commoners from touching a member of the royal family under penalty of death. So even as the queen struggled in the water, no one dared to risk it. She drowned in front of people who were forced to watch. After the murder of Elizabeth Short, better known as the victim of the Black Dahlia murder, a reporter from the Los Angeles Examiner called her mother with shocking deception. Pretending to be from a beauty pageant, he told Phoebe May Sawyer that her daughter had won a contest and began asking personal questions about her life, dreams, and personality. Her mother, believing her daughter was alive and being celebrated, happily shared details, completely unaware of the truth.
Oh.
Only after getting the story he wanted did the reporter coldly reveal the reality. Elizabeth had been brutally murdered. After the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, survivors ran toward the rivers thinking water would save them from the firestorm unleashed by Little Boy. But the rivers weren't safety, they became traps. People with their skin burned off, blinded, and in shock jumped in anyway, only to find the water filled with bodies, smoke, and unbearable heat from the surrounding destruction.
Right.
Many never made it back out.
Scariest things ever caught on camera.
Ugh. Oh God, man. Ugh. Bring it. We can handle worse.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Whoa, and it's a Chucky doll?
Oh my fucking god, I swear to god, this thing just fucking looked at me. Oh my fucking.
The dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the fuck is that?
The dog sees it.
God, fuck!
Holy fuck. Yo, what is this, Fallout? What is happening here? I'm freaking out. There's not even a kid in there. Whoa. Whoa. Hold up. I don't know what's going on with these. These are, I'm getting freaked out, dude. This is amazing. Let's go, TikTok. Send it.
What
Dude. You're
in the
doing
world do we think happened here? This place is for sale right now in Monroe, Michigan.
A massacre?
For under $100,000, which is unheard of in this day and age.
Let's hear her out.
And it's actually cute
that
on
price.
the outside, but the price makes a lot more sense when you see the inside. So many of you sent me this listing for my Zillow series, and I'm really disappointed that
It's a fixer-upper.
despite all of my research, I could not figure out what happened in this house. Some people were speculating that it could have been a foreclosure, saying that sometimes people will trash a house when they find out that the bank is taking it over. Sometimes, if that's the case, the home is listed as a foreclosure instead of just saying that it's for sale, but in the state of Michigan, they have no legal obligation to tell you that the home is a foreclosure, as long as they're showing pictures that accurately represent the state of the house. I think what's even more concerning is that there's evidence that children lived in this house. And if a foreclosure is the case, it seems like the parents gave their children a bucket full of red paint and red markers and told them to go crazy on the walls.
Go
At
ham.
least I can hope that it didn't look this way while
Go
She was
ham,
just recording
boys.
herself when this happened. A girl by the user Dua Lupa was recording a seemingly innocent video, responding to one of her comments asking her about her username. But little did she know something horrifying would be captured on camera.
¿Has sentido que me parezco a Dua Lipa?
Pero
Oh,
desde que
God.
me corté el cabello siento que me parezco muchísimo menos
Wait,
a
is this
Dua
Attack
Lipa.
on
Y es que
Titan?
muchísima gente me dice que me
Dude,
parezco a la Dua
what?
Lipa del
In
2018
what?
más
I
o
thought it
menos,
was
que tiene
fake
como
as
el
shit
cabello
at first, and
cortito.
it still
Y
could
me puse a
be.
ver fotos y nada que ver. O sea, ella
Also,
se ve
hang
increíble.
on. Is there Mothman behind
Tenía el
her?
cabello súper bonito y yo parezco...
What's that red thing up there?
No sé, o sea, ¿qué opinan ustedes?
As she explains from her window, the lifeless figure of a woman with dead. Of a woman with dead eyes can be seen watching her.
Is it a mask? There's no way it's legit.
She doesn't notice and continues
There's
recording.
no way, dude.
as
Oh
the
my God, it's too
figure
good.
suddenly moves. The event was captured while staying the night in a cabin for her sister's birthday, as previously covered in the channel, where she saw something moving inside of an abandoned cabin. So could this terrifying figure be some sort of demented person?
It's either Attack on Titan and they're gonna bite your body in half, or
Demonic
or it's
apparition,
fake as
or
shit.
just an elaborate ruse.
God, this is so good today. What's
Creepy last words
what's going
people
on?
said
This
right
is
before
amazing.
dying. A 20-year-old gang member was dying of primary liver cancer. In his last days, hours, and moments, he was angry. The family called the hospice nurse into the room and told her that they thought he was going. He wasn't responding, his eyes were glossy, his skin was cold, the end was imminent. His lovely mother whispered to him to go towards the light, to her Jesus. He opened his eyes, looked at her, and said, "F your Jesus." A second or two later, he slowly turned his head to the left and got the most horrific look on his face, as if he was looking at something that they couldn't see. And horrified, his face contorted, and he screamed with his last breath, eyes wide.
Oh, 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 no!
Then he made a guttural noise and promptly fell back into the bed and died. Every family member was shaking and too frightened to speak. The hospice nurse left the room and took 2 days off. She said she doesn't care if she never finds out what he saw.
I don't think you will. Oof. Scary, real, found footage. Last moment of human.
What is amazing, Mom?
Can you see this little pink girl here?
The pink girl?
You can't.
No, I can't see the
No.
pink girl.
I'm getting chills,
Is she
man.
Chinese or Oriental? Pardon me?
Chinese or
Chinese?
party toilet? Harder.
They're having a party?
Let's talk about this.
When my dad passed away, basically days to the end of his life, he was having, he was seeing shit. He was seeing like his brother who had passed away years ago. He was like, oh yeah, Phil was at the door the other day, you know, stuff like that. So weird shit does happen.
Terrifying video going around Twitter. The Jinn Cave video. Now I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. You're either gonna find this extremely creepy or kind of funny. But this video was posted by Paranormal Video on Twitter, or X, whatever you call
Let's
it.
go.
And it has 100,000 likes and a
good
ton of reposts. It shows these men exploring a cave, and according to translations, they picked up a Jinn stone. And Jinn are basically spirits that have the ability to possess humans. And they're said to live in caves, graveyards, and basically anywhere where people don't visit. And that is apparently what they encounter in this video, a Jinn. And it just looks uncanny valley. Like, let me just show you the video. Okay, here it is.
Uncanny Valley. Don't know what that is.
سند ليش قاعد هيك؟ سند بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Is that not your buddy?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. مين هو؟ اسمها سند. اسمها سند. سند كيف انت هيك يا سند؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hold up. Come back. This one here. One more. Bro, it just looks like Darth Revan.
مين هو؟ اسمها سند. اسمها سند. سند كيف انت هيك يا سند؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. جهتك بالله رجعوا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. جهتك بالله بقول لك.
What's a Jinn? A spirit? An alcoholic spirit? Get it? Woo!
جيب البخاخ جيب. ارجع بسرعة. انتظر هي بقول لك انتظر.
Is that it? What type of dog is this? Bro, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what we're looking at. And something sick better happened.
But yeah,
Wait,
a lot of people on Twitter are talking about this guy. But listen, fake or not,
Horrifying things said by astronauts.
Oh, here we go.
Yang Liwei. During his mission in 2003, he heard continuous hearing sound. Like knock on a door, he described it as that someone knocking the body of the spaceship.
Oh my, could you
Because
imagine?
there is no sound in space.
Oh, so, yeah.
Neil
Learned
Armstrong.
that yesterday. They're huge.
During the
These babies are
Apollo 11
huge.
mission, Neil Armstrong sent a secret message to NASA that he saw the existence of other sentient entities there. He said, "These babies were huge and enormous, sir, I'm telling you. There are other spacecrafts out there. They are on the moon watching us."
Wild.
Story Musgrave. He claims that on 2 space stations he saw an 8-foot-long serpentine. He also said that the
You know, I didn't touch on that yesterday. This dude saw snakes in space.
snake followed him for a long period of time.
God, we have a mermaid.
I told y'all once, I'm gonna tell you again. They made AI so we don't know what's real. Y'all
True.
remember that girl
She's
Ashley?
on to something.
She has
I'm
a
with
channel
her.
on here and like all socials. She tells scary stories of her followers, like anonymously. I already have told this story before, but it always resonated with me. Honestly, there's just creators all over talking about this stuff from anonymous followers. It's always someone that's in the freaking Navy that have seen something, but they don't want to say it out loud because they're scared for their life because they signed NDAs and stuff. Inc. told the story of a guy that went on like an illegal mission, not mission, but like an illegal job hunting big fish, but it was actually sirens. And then they took them to these laboratories if they were injured, where he saw like sea creatures that he couldn't even explain with words. I totally believe that because hello, look how much of the ocean has not been discovered. And they literally heard a like deafening sound at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. There's also metal clanging that they've picked up at the bottom of the ocean. What? Okay, we got that. Then we got Jay Lee, another creator, talking about how the elites are actually consuming mermaids. Like, hello, it's like a whole thing.
Yo, I've heard that. Like, I don't know if it was on Epstein's island, but it was it's not the moth cult. I don't know. They worship some owl, and there was something about people taking orders, and like maybe they ran out of mermaid. Like what? You guys are eating mermaid?
In Japanese folklore called the ningyo, Japanese sirens are ningyos. And they're often found a lot in the Dragon's Triangle, that like triangle between Japan, Philippines, and Guam, where so many ships have gone missing. So much supernatural stuff has
I didn't know there's a Dragon's Triangle. Is it just like the Bermuda?
happened. Sirens have been consistently seen there for centuries. And if you consume the flesh of a ningyo, you get immortality. And what are the elites always looking for? The fountain of youth, immortality. I genuinely would not
Is the
put it
fountain of
past
youth
them to
mermaid
be
blood?
finding them and
Plot
consuming
twist.
them. I
Never
mean,
thought of
in
that.
the Victorian era,
Didn't
the
think of that
elites
angle.
and the rich people, the aristocrats, they were eating mummies. They had mummy eating parties where they'd unwrap them, use the dust for everything, and just like eat the mummies. So I'm pretty
It's a
sure
little
if they
dusty.
found some sirens, they would wonder if it tastes like chicken. They literally had mermaids on tuna cans. So I don't.
This bish is cooking.
I don't understand. Okay, I don't know
And
why
she
this is
ain't
such a
cooking
far off thought.
mermaid.
I would not be surprised if what you just saw. Yes, I know that was AI. I wouldn't be surprised
legit.
if what you just saw. Like there are actual real videos that look just like that are actually real but are labeled AI content. I already know most of the people that haven't made it to this part of the video are gonna be like, that's literally AI. So the people that actually watch the video, when you go in the comments, call them out. Be like, girl, watch the whole video before you talk, please. Anyway, as always, make sure y'all like and follow. Comment down below what you think, because this is...
I like your hat. What do you think? Because I truly believe we haven't seen everything. Like, we haven't seen everything in space. We haven't seen everything in the ocean. I think that there could be mermaids out there. I think there could be intelligent life in the ocean. We just have yet to see it, you know?
It's crazy.
See that? Yo, I don't know if I'm tripping, but every time I look over there, I feel like I see a face peek around the corner.
Yo, what?
Let me just chill.
Oh my Loa. Oh.
On the night of March 5th of 2024, a young girl is wide awake at a time when she should be asleep. Despite being past her bedtime, this doesn't stop her from playing with her toys. Throughout the night, she remains awake while keeping herself engaged in imaginary play. But little does she know, something unexpected would interrupt playtime. According to the child's mother, the family has been on edge ever since watching the footage recorded on their daughter's security camera.
Let's see it. We
It's
can
around
handle
11
it.
at night when this is captured.
Okay, she's leaving her bed. She got freaky eyes. She grabbed her other toy. What's wrong? It's just bouncing up and down. Oh. Oh my God, it's moving. It's gonna reach out and grab her. Don't go under there. Don't go under there. Don't go under there, kid. What? What in the... So when I was a kid, I was afraid of going under the bed, and I was right.
It's not so much what is happening in this video that makes it creepy, it's what happened afterward. What you're seeing is entertainment night at the Pavilion in 1978 Jonestown.
What are we looking at? Oh, the eyes.
Watching this performance is terribly unsettling in retrospect, and it goes to show that many of the people who lost their lives here were individuals with talents and dreams. As we know, the fate of Jonestown is nothing short of horrifying.
What was that called?
It's not so much what is happening.
Scary things hidden.
All right, one
in
more.
photos. Just a normal photo. Who's that?
What the hell?
Just a normal photo.
Yeah? Who's
Who's
that? What is it? It's someone with their legs and hands crossed?
Just a normal photo.
Okay, in the back?
What's that?
What's what? What's what? I don't see it. Tell me in the comments below, because I missed it.
What's that?
Huh?
Just a normal photo. What's that?
I don't know, you're losing me.
Just a normal photo. What's that?
Yeah, what is that? That's...
Just some kids in a group photo? Who's that?
I've seen this one, but it was reversed, so I think that's fake.
What people saw in this picture is what led them to believe that ghosts are real. When you look at this picture, what do you see? It just looks like a picture of a man having...
I see a meadow with some trees, a nice house in the background.
Sitting on a bench with his
Now
child
I see
at
a
the
ghost
front.
bitch
The
in the
guy in
top
this
left.
picture's name is Christopher. His wife was the one holding the camera and taking this picture. They didn't think anything of it.
I got
He
the
posted
chills,
picture
mate.
on his Facebook page.
This is
and
good.
that's
This
when
is good.
People noticed something in the picture and had so many questions.
Mm.
Zoom in, take a look around. Can you see it? It looks like there's a woman
Yeah.
in the top left corner of
We
this
can.
picture. Christopher and his wife both confirmed that it was just the three of them at the park this day, and they didn't notice anything when she took the picture. This is where it takes an interesting spin, because just a year before the picture was taken, this woman went missing in the same area. She was later found deceased inside of the pond. Some people said that this figure in the top left corner has an eerily similar resemblance. What do you think about this?
What in the Friday the 13th is happening here? Damn, dude. Woo! Hey, what do you think of the new format? I'm liking. I think it looks pretty sick, actually. But I want to hear your thoughts, and I want you to leave them in the comments below. This has been Samacabra. Did we unravel? Did we unearth some of the most creepy TikToks, most horrifying videos and reactions? Because I believe we kind of did. But I want to know what you think. Until next time, have a good night.